All right, here we are for episode 10, the last episode of the season, and we got our good friend Joe Gorecki back with us. He's going to be giving his tech knowledge on us, and Tyler also has an abundance of tech knowledge, and I have zero tech knowledge, so this ought to be interesting.
You do.
You
just keep me and Joe busy.
I can turn a computer on.
Yeah.
That's about where I go.
And jack one up.
And I can do that really good. Joe and Tyler knows 100% I can do that.
Job security.
So, Joe, it's been a while since you've been on with us. You came on in episode 2.
Mid-March?
Yeah, I think so. It was.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
What you been up to?
Just a lot of work. And that's nothing too special.
There you go.
Just a lot of work and working out.
There you go.
Yeah. So
glad you are. I'm not.
Tell us a little bit about that, if you want to.
Oh yeah,
about the journey.
I don't know, about 8 weeks ago, I just kind of had some things I wanted to fix about myself, personally, and
right.
I just got up off the couch one day and I said, well, enough's enough and it's time to fix it. So I just got serious about it, and I've really stuck with a good diet and a good workout. I do something every day, at least just for 30 minutes. So.
Some sort of activity and everything.
Yeah.
And see, that's what a lot of people were like wanting someone else to do something for them. Yeah. But it really, it has to be you. Yeah. It has to be us.
Yeah, there's no shortcuts in that one.
No.
You either work for it or you're just not going to get it. So
that's where I'm at. Yeah. Now I was talking to Michelle the other night, and she feels the exact same way I do. Up here, I want to do it, but I have zero desire to go do it.
Yeah, I hate it.
I hate how I feel all the time. I do. I hate it. But after, I don't know what time you get up in the morning for work or you, but I get up at 4:30, and I'm there at 6, and normally at home by 3:30, and I want to sit down. That's all I want. I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Like
and I've been
done.
Yeah, and I've been invited to the gym with people that I work with, and I'm like, go right ahead.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down and eat a bag of Cheetos.
Well, I tell you what did it for me about that part was David Goggins. He's an animal. And he was basically just made some good points. He was saying, discipline beats motivation every day of the week.
That's true.
So on the days I don't want to go, I make myself go.
Yeah.
Than if I'm actually going to enjoy it and look forward to it.
Right.
So, I make sure that every day that no matter what's happened, you have to get up and go out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like he said, building those calluses.
Yeah.
Where things are hard, you're going to have to go do them anyway. Life ain't going to let up. So,
yeah, that's true.
That's where I'm at.
What's been going on with you, man? In the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, doing a lot of work as well. Not a whole lot of working out, but I would like to get back in, get into that again and everything. I've tried this new diet thing, and it's working okay. Minus right now with the Starburst stuff, but
you're welcome.
Thank you. But yeah, not really a whole lot. I don't think.
Okay.
Since last time, had just kind of sitting back, just watching stuff in the world, seeing what's all going on with that.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on here lately.
Yeah,
there has.
So we're filming this on September the 13th, and I got just a couple of things I want to hit before we get into actually what we're talking about today. But I saw this on Facebook, and I thought this has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
But I thought this speaks volumes of what kind of man this person is, and it's Don Cheadle. that plays in the Marvel movies. He's War Machine.
Yes.
You know, blah, blah, blah. So when Marvel approached him, they gave him the spiel of, you know, this is what we want you to do. We're going to give you a 6-movie deal, X amount of money, blah, blah, blah. And you have 2 hours to decide.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And guess what he did first?
What?
He didn't answer him. He called his wife and told her, and his main concern is this going to keep me away from our kids for too long.
Wow.
And he's like, and if it does, I won't do it.
The answer's no kind of thing.
Yeah. He's like, I won't do it. And she told him to do it. So someone else could have played War Machine.
Wow.
And I thought he fit that role perfect.
Oh, he did.
I mean, even though he was the second character person to play he wasn't the original casted person for that role. I can't remember that man's name. Maybe I should have looked that up.
Yeah.
Plays on Empire, that TV show Empire, but I can't think of his name. But anyway, But yeah, he called his wife first to ask her what she thought. That's all. And
that's pretty epic.
That's to be about, you know, to focus it on the
Definitely.
kids. You know, is this going to keep me away? That's awesome. That to me, that's awesome, and it is to you guys. You guys are agreeing with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So a few weekends ago, we went to Jeep Invasion in Pigeon Forge. Took both kids. Normally, our daughter doesn't go with us, but she wanted to go this year, and she had a blast.
Okay.
Weather was terrible.
Yeah, I know you said it was raining.
Yeah,
quite
it
a bit.
rained every day, which this is the first time, I want to say in like 9 years that it's rained that we went. But we got to talking, we being my wife and I, we got to talking about how it must just be horrible to live there when they have like these events like Jeep Invasion, Rod Run, you know, all this stuff. If you
the amount of extra traffic.
Oh, yeah. Like, you just need to go to Walmart and that's going to be half a day, you know? Yeah. And you're
man, dude. So I went to, you know, people are like, oh, go to Tennessee in Christmas time. It's pretty. Well, it is pretty. Yeah. But here's the problem. It was Christmas Eve and I needed to go to Walmart.
You're welcome. No.
I needed to go to Walmart and for just things for the weekend or whatever while we were there.
Yeah. Literally.
It took 2.5 hours just to get into that parking lot. Let alone, I was like, I'm just going to turn around. I'm not even going to try to go inside. And then, but that was a nightmare.
Yeah,
I would have
just it was so slow. Like because I was like basically because by the time I turned into the parking lot, and I was kind of just stuck there in traffic. I was like, I can't back out now. I'll have to wait and go around the whole lot to go. But people are just losing their minds. So yeah, don't go on Christmas time. Get your stuff from Walmart beforehand.
But I saw a post. I follow the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion page on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And there was a guy that he'd made a post, and he is local. He lives there. And he was like, yeah, the events are hard. Yeah. You know, just to get around, it's, you know, it's tough. He said, but he's like how he was talking from a point of how much it helps the town of Pigeon Forge to hold such big events. Right. Well, he posted. Now, Jeep Invasion is a 3-day event. It's Thursday through Saturday, and the Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion brings $30 million in tax revenue to the town of Pigeon Forge in 3 days.
Holy cow.
$30 million.
The Jeep Invasion brings that.
Yes. Just the Jeep Invasion brings $30 million in tax revenue.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time here for a minute.
Yeah.
That's a few zeros.
Yeah. $30 million in 3 days is what just Jeep Invasion does.
That is crazy, man.
That is crazy.
I would have said like 5.
Right.
And I would have been like, oh, I'm shooting kind of high. You know?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
A lot of money flowing through that.
No kidding. Yeah, it says that they bring in $30 million. They have at least 50,000 attendees come. Excuse me. And over 300 vendors show up.
Wow.
Yeah, for those 3 days. Yeah. Well, the only other thing I've done since the last podcast was me and a friend of mine, we went down to Charlotte and watched Super Motocross. First round of the playoffs. Second round of the playoffs is going on right now.
Motocross.
I love it, dude. I love it. Even being 45 years old, I'd hop on a dirt bike and race the crap out of it. I'd probably kill myself.
Dirt biking is so much fun.
Yes, it
like
is.
even if you're even if it was just by yourself, it's just fun.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously going with a group is better, but even just fun, it's just by yourself.
I would still need a pretty powerful bike.
We can get you one.
Yeah.
We can line you up.
I'd have to take something else beside my KX80.
Probably.
I'd have to put some pedals on it too.
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it.
You got this, Joe. All right. Last thing I want to talk about before we get into it. Now, I'm going to pretty much read this word for word. I did write this, so it's going to be a magnificent piece.
Ooh.
But like I said just a little bit ago, we're filming this on September the 13th, and everybody in the country knows what happened on Wednesday, September the 5th, or September the 10th, not 5th.
Yeah.
But I truly believe that most of America it's still in shock, even though the man has been caught. He's in custody. Sorry, there was something flying across my face. But I believe America has changed. And I don't know yet if it's for the good or for the bad. But
because there's like a solemnness right now.
Right now,
kind of still in that a lot of silence kind of thing.
Whether you agreed with him or you didn't agree with him, that's perfectly fine with me, and I'm sure it's perfectly fine with these men that I'm sitting at this table with.
Absolutely.
Charlie Kirk, first and foremost, was a Christian. He was a husband and a father of 2 small children who now are going to have to grow up without a dad, and I can't imagine. I seriously can't imagine what his wife's going through. You know.
No, absolutely.
But I was watching a podcast by Mike Rowe. Everybody knows who Mike Rowe is. Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe.
Yep.
And he said something that it just hit me. And I was just like, holy cow, I never thought of it that way. But he said that and he was supposed to have like a full-blown podcast that day. Mm-hmm. He had a guest lined up. They were already there. Yeah. And he canceled them, sent them back, and I think it was like him and his producer.
Right.
Just came on and talked. And it was like 12 minutes. It wasn't nothing grand or anything. Mm-hmm. But he said that the Constitution of the United States was put on a wall Wednesday, and the First Amendment was shot. And I was just like, holy crap. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. You know, free speech was shot that day.
It really was.
And I really, whoever watches this, check that little episode out. It's only like 12 minutes. I forgot the name of it. I think it's just Mike Rowe. I'd have to look it up. Anyway.
We'll link it down below.
Yeah. But he said that the Constitution was put on a wall Wednesday and the First Amendment was shot. And I was just like, wow. For telling, in my opinion, for telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is what he was shot for. And then there was a lot of debate on, what was he shot with? Blah, blah, blah. I heard everything from a 22 to
30-06,
308.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't a 22. Being in the job I'm in, we've watched, there's actually it's an older video, but it was of a highway patrolman down on the eastern part of the state. He was shot with a 22 and he actually died from it, but that's neither here or there. But when he was hit, he just flinched. That obviously didn't happen with what happened with Charlie Kirk. If you saw the video of Charlie Kirk getting hit, we're not going to show it.
But his body went back quite a bit.
But I watched the show from Mike Glover. Mike Glover's a former Special Forces with the Army. He was a sniper. I want to say also he was a combat medic. I may be wrong. But he's saying that it was at least, at minimum, a 308 that he was shot with. And a 200-yard shot with a 308 is nothing. That gun it can reach out
a lot of range,
way much further than that.
Definitely.
But he was saying that just his body's response to being hit, that he was probably the way he put it, he was probably brain dead instantly because it just severed stuff.
Yeah.
But his body was still fighting, but
trying to recover.
Yeah.
Just an instant response.
But according to Mike, he said he was probably dead before he even hit the ground. And with people, and he said I could go into bullet mechanics and all this kind of stuff, what it's going to do,
all kinds of
He's
detail,
like, but I'm not. Yeah. And I truly believe him, because that's what he did for a very long time for this country. He's one of those that have been there and done that. And I believe what he says. But seeing what Mike Rose said and what Mike Glover said, I kept up with Charlie Kirk. It wasn't not like every day, but when his stuff would like pop up on something, I would watch it. And just thinking of what had happened, because I didn't know anything of it until you called me.
Oh, really?
I was like in the dark. I don't know what I don't even know what I was working, but I don't know why I wouldn't have seen this, but I didn't.
Right.
But then the next day is when, it consumed me. That's all I did was just watch stuff.
And to be fair, I think most of the nation, and on both sides too, because there's a few different sides. It's not just left and right, but you've got left and right, you've got in the middle that are kind of on the fence, kind of independent type stuff, but then you've got the extreme right, and then you got the extreme left.
Right.
And the ones that weren't, and I don't want to overstep if you've got this in there.
Go ahead.
But like there was a lot of that I've seen that were on the left side, but not extreme left. They were saying that that they didn't agree on any single thing that he ever said, but that should not have happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And because you shouldn't be taken out when for something like that.
Yeah. You shouldn't be killed, obviously. I mean, like that goes without saying.
Right.
But at the same time, like it was such a violent way, and it was so public
in front of everybody, and his family was there.
It would be different if you said, "Oh, somebody broke in and got to him," but the fact that it was so public, everybody saw it within minutes. It things like that are replicate at an incredible speed on X, Twitter.
Right, definitely.
Videos like that are a dime a dozen, sadly, on that platform. But it went like wildfire.
Oh yeah,
and everybody saw it probably within just an hour or two.
And two, with because the Turning Point, his company, they film all their university and different events that he was a part of,
right?
But also just the public, having their phones out and filming everything, and not knowing that was going to happen, and then that a lot of them were going to capture that moment. And so what's nice about that, though, in a way, is you've got so many different angles, where you can go and see it from this angle, and not not specifically what happened,
Right.
but just being able to see like the background of, you know, like, well, who was right there, you know, to a good record keeping is what I'm
Right.
trying to get at.
As far as like investigation wise, right?
Right.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell a lot by all the angles, and I'm sure that helped the FBI figure out, you know, roughly where the shot came from.
Yeah, well, there was one too it was like within one of the buildings, and it was like right after the shot took place, the camera was panning, and you see everybody get down, and then in the distance on that building, you saw him get up and run, run across.
He's running.
Yeah, so that right there was probably very valuable, and then they're like, okay, we know where to kind of look then from there. But
But you know, with all of that, you know, it made me go to the murder that took place on the train in Charlotte.
Yes,
that nobody was covering.
no,
Not a single news station was covering that.
No.
On either side. I don't remember seeing it.
No,
on,
it wasn't on. I don't think either any of them covered it at first.
But if it hadn't have been for Charlie Kirk pushing it every day, just throwing this out there, it would. I don't believe it would ever have gotten covered.
Yeah,
because he was on it, and you know, then I think him pushing it got it in front of the president, and then the president put heat down.
Yeah, the press secretary out there. That video of her talking to the reporters was just fire. Like, you know, like she really laid it on them.
Yeah,
and she's like, you know, since some of the stations and some of the reporters that are in this room right now failed to report this, here's the facts for your story that you're gonna talk about.
And you know, most of the country is very angry, I think, but I'm going to say but we're still keeping it to ourselves, kind of, you know,
kind of laying low, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it.
I'm sure there's
the moment.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that's angry, and and then I found these two Bible verses, and it made me think that it kind of, the first one applies. The second one, it might be a little stretch, and if it is, I'm sorry. It's not my intention. But the first one is Psalms 37:8, and it says, "Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself is any wise to do evil." You know, and I think, I mean, are there extremists on both sides? Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to think before you act. And, you know, a lot of stuff is fueled through TV, especially political.
Kind of an agenda.
Kind of, yeah.
In a lot of ways.
It's fueled. And a lot of the people that are doing it are very, I'm going to say very young. They are compared to my age, very young and still very impressionable. And it's easy to persuade, maybe, them, not directly, but how they spin stuff. On
kind of like the mechanics of their brain, like how they might process something.
Right, right. And the second one was Matthew 10:22, because he was a devout Christian. You know, Charlie Kirk, I mean, openly debated the Bible on college campuses. And it said, "And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved." I know that's talking about end times, but that first part, he was hated because he was a Christian.
Yeah,
people could not stand him for that.
Yeah, there were those few.
Yeah, they couldn't stand him just because he got on and talked about Jesus Christ on a college campus. people couldn't stand that. But I mean, that's really all I have to say about Charlie. I think he was a great man. To me, I mean, obviously none of us three know him personally, but to me, he never spoke ill to anybody.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Or at least videos that I've watched of him. He never got an attitude with people. He did put some people in their place.
He did, and that's kind of one of the things I was going to mention too. Like he was never ugly to someone, but he said that's not right. That's not true, kind of thing. And he was stern about it. But I believe, that, some would disagree with this, which that'll always be no matter what it is. But I think that he genuinely, every single person that came up to that mic, every single person that encountered, he handled it with love. I do. And one of the things that I thought was very admirable, and like you said, that the First Amendment was shot, right? And it was attacked that day. But what I thought was really a neat thing that he always did whenever each event would start is that he would say, if you strongly disagree with me, and I'm paraphrasing this just a little bit, but if you strongly disagree with me, come up to the front of the line because I want to talk to you. I want to have a conversation with you about whatever the subject is, religion, political, whatever, right? But he genuinely wanted to give people a stage to voice what it is that's on their mind, on their heart, but to be able to talk. His goal was to be able to just talk back and forth, and some people couldn't handle that, because of anger or whatever got in their way of on their side. But he always responded with in love, as far as he was very careful with what he said, as far as to make sure that message stayed true. But one of the things that I really like too, that watching several different videos from different events and stuff, whenever he would, when someone would come up to the mic, he would, say what he needed to say in his mic, and then he would set his mic down. Right. So he wouldn't just like go back and forth. Right. He would set it down, say, okay, it's your turn. Right. Yeah. You have the stage. Right. So that was very admirable. It was. In that. And, kind of like what we said, if whether you agreed or not, what he was advocating for was for everyone to be able to have a voice and to be able to have the ability to, without fear, openly share what their belief is. And that was jeopardized that day, I think.
It's just terrible. I mean, I could sit here and give my opinion all day, but at the end of the day, man, some guy got murdered on TV. That's essentially all that it, you can't.
That's exactly what happened.
There's no way to, I'm not going to cherry pick anything. A guy was murdered on TV because of the way he talked. That's, that's scary, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like I've thought a lot lately about that. I mean, it's like, I'm not, I've never been scared like that. And I'm not saying I'm scared now. I guess what I mean to say is I'm more now like I need to be quite a bit more aware of my surroundings. Right, aware. Just a little bit more. Yeah.
Definitely.
Even with the train thing. I mean,
that's another thing. And he mentioned I noticed he put out a video. I believe it was that morning on the 10th of when it happened, when that happened to him. But he put out a video talking about her on the train. Yeah. And he's like, say her name. Say her name. Yeah. Don't let the media wash over this. And And then I was looking in the comments later that afternoon after that happened to him, and people are like, Charlie, now we're saying your name.
Yeah.
You know, but I saw one of the somebody had said that this didn't happen to him because of something he said, but it happened because our children listened. You know, and I was like, that's a very interesting perspective because, you know, a lot of the young people, college kids, he got them to think. Yeah. And that was his goal.
Yeah, yeah.
He wanted them to use their own brain.
Yeah.
Their own brain.
Yeah.
But he will definitely be missed. But, you know, as a believer, know where he's at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
100%.
I'm with that, too.
He definitely fought the good fight, finished his race well. But it's still hard, though, from the humans that are still on Earth. But,
yeah. So, I mean, that's a hard thing for anybody that has a heart.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, really, man. Like, you can't.
That's true.
You can't. You can throw your opinion around all you want about it, but like I say, at the end of the day, man, a guy was murdered on TV for his opinions.
Yep.
And you gotta cut that crap out, man. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I agree. All right. That's our sad news.
yeah.
I'm going to let you kick us off on our actual topic today. You're welcome.
Okay. Always does. He always does this to me, man.
You're welcome.
Always doing this to me.
I mean, you and Joe know a lot more about tech than I do. I'm going to sound like a bumbling idiot if I'm over here trying to talk about tech.
Just hold your turn, and I'll look like it first, okay?
No, I doubt it. Highly doubt it.
All right, so I don't remember when it was that I shared this with you. This story's been out for a couple months now, I think. Do you have a date on that by chance?
The video was from like 5 months ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This right here says 9/10. Because that's when I printed it.
Hang on, wait for it.
The technology master.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea. Man.
And I tell you what's funny is whenever I repeat what the kids say to me,
Yeah.
they're like, don't ever say that again.
They get mad.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they get so mad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I came across this video and had a lot of information in it. But it's basically talking about what's on the way for the most part. There was a couple things in July, and then scheduled for, let's see, the main part. I mean, the topic of the video is like what's coming in 2027. But it's just the whole AI, the route that it's going right now.
And it's by the people who... See, here we go. it's this article that I have here in front of me. It's by the people who are doing it.
Right.
It's their companies that are pursuing this. And one thing I noticed out of this video is, and the article, Elon is nowhere in it for like the
very interesting.
The Grok system.
Yep.
Now, did that come out later than this?
I would be willing to bet that he was working on that probably about the same time that OpenAI was working on theirs. Wouldn't you agree? I mean,
yeah, I do. It was about the same time.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed with a few different companies, they, I don't know if I've always wondered about this, if they talk internally between each other. I'm sure they do to a degree because some features are so similar.
Yeah.
They would almost have to be talking to each other, and that's for, AI space, or this is for with phones or devices, you would have one like say Samsung would come out with something and then Apple's like right there with it, or Google, or whoever. Just using examples here.
Right.
Yeah, so it was around the same time, I would say.
Yeah, I would figure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to look it up, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was around the same time, because OpenAI, Grok, is that it? Was it just the two?
Oh, there's
the,
the one that starts with a C. Man, I can't think of it.
Because OpenAI, I'm going to sound.
Well, OpenAI is a system of its own.
And then there's chat.
Yeah.
Well, it is ChatGPT.
That is chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I figured. That's what I thought. Yeah.
But there's
another one.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Like a third one.
There's 4 total.
4. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I'll sound like the smart person.
Let's hear it, John.
Listen, you're the one with the notes.
I got to find it.
Roll it off, son.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 4 total. One is OpenAI. The other one is Google's DeepMind.
Oh,
It's
right.
it's based out of UK though.
Kind of forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That one's
because
a
it doesn't
little
get mentioned over here much.
Yeah, it doesn't. If I remember right, I don't think that one works the same. I don't think that it's got
Not the same direction.
Right.
That the others are.
Right. I don't think it has live instruction. Like it doesn't teach itself anything new. Like where OpenAI can go to the internet and
Thinks for itself.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sentient.
There's another one. There's 2 out of California, and I can't think of or find either one of them. But China has one. It's DeepScent.
It's a little bit behind.
Yeah, it's behind the other 3.
Older model, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You have to forgive me. I'm getting over a head cold. I can't breathe.
Well, and that's also what we're aware of that's public too. So
True.
That's what's
Yeah,
available to the public.
you got to keep that in mind. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing that this video and this article keeps saying is that they're keeping the best version for themselves.
absolutely.
And then giving us like a mini,
Yeah.
And that scares me because they're letting whatever model create and train its successor.
Yeah.
So Open Brain, that's the other one. That's one of them out of California.
Okay.
Open brain.
Open Brain is one of them.
Not too familiar with that one.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of these except
I wonder if that's.
OpenAI.
I wonder if Open Brain is like a parent to OpenAI. I don't know.
It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
They're both open.
Hang on, I'm still trying to find the other one. It starts with an A, but I can't remember what it's called. And I want to say it's out of California as well.
Silicon Valley, probably. Just an assumption,
Yeah.
Likelihood of it from there.
I don't know, man. I'm trying.
Okay. I have a few.
Go.
All right. So the top AI models are OpenAI, Google's Gemini, and Anthropic or
Anthropic. That's the other one.
Claude. That was it. Claude was what I was trying to think of. Yeah.
That's it. Anthropic.
Yep.
According to this scenario, the 4 that we just mentioned
Yeah.
are going to be the main 4.
Yeah. I believe that.
And that's what confused me about Grok.
Like where does it fall?
fit in? Because
I think that's pretty. It's a pretty powerful tool, though.
Yeah.
Like I've used that one a few times.
I'm nowhere near up to par on any of this stuff, but I just simply asked where Grok was compared to these others, and the only one that is comparable to it is the Google DeepMind or whatever it is. It's the only one that's like neck
Head
and
to
neck,
head, neck.
with it. The rest they're way behind.
Right.
But I mean, he being Elon Musk is talking December we could be at AGI with Grok 4. That's 3 months.
Well,
I mean, of course.
here we go.
I mean, of course he's gonna promote it.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be there. Now, will it actually? Who knows?
He may present a model, but it might be
Right.
half working.
The well, it might be a roadster situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not exactly a comparable, but yeah.
So
Put it into this
explain
kind of stuff.
a GI compared to what we have now.
Tyler?
Yeah,
Thanks.
Go ahead. yeah, go ahead.
Set you up for that one?
So AGI, artificial general intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's pretty much where the way I heard it explained is at that point there is where all the data that's in the model for it to analyze everything that it would be able to basically it's research grade knowledge and information, like this is sound fact. And like it's basically, if I understood it right, it was basically all the PhDs in the world.
Yeah.
If you were to ask them a question and what it spits out is what they would say.
Yeah.
It's that level. It's PhD level.
Yeah.
So it's not smarter.
Not the way it was explained to me. Well, not the way with the information that I found on it, that it was equal to PhD. But the thing about it is you have all of that under one or in one application to where you ask it a question and it's like, okay, here's your answer.
Yeah.
Versus, let me get back to you.
Yeah.
Let me do some research. Let me figure out exactly. Let me analyze what you said.
Yeah.
It's within just a few seconds, and
Yeah.
there's, with like, say, for example, like ChatGPT and, others, but you can say, which level do you want of a response? Do you want instant or do you
Right.
want me to
Deep
think
think.
about it?
Yeah.
Thinking about it, but within, say, a minute to be safe,
Yeah.
just within a very quick response of research grade information.
Yeah. It amazes me still, just in general, what the commercially available AI can do. I mean, like even now, somebody can say, write a program in C, make just as a quick demonstration. Let me just show you how quick this is. So I'm going to ask Chat Model 5. I'm going to say, write a program in C# and make it a game of Hangman.
Yeah. And so for the ones, C# is a programming language, kind of like JSON and some of the other stuff that we were kind of messing around with at one point.
And it's done.
I was thinking musical notes.
C#, well,
So it's been done for about 5 seconds already. Like it wrote an entire program that you can plug in variables. The player has 6 lives. You can add the ASCII art.
yep.
I mean that's crazy.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about that is once you plug that in and you run it and you might get an error and you just respond in that chat with an error.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, here's what you need to fix.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah, I mean
to make it work.
somebody, if you already know if you already know what programs you need or what you need to write, Somebody that's nefarious that's easily.
It wouldn't take much.
Yeah, you have about 10 minutes is all you need. That's wicked.
Yeah.
I mean,
And we're back. Leave it up to my son
Okay.
to stick his head in during the podcast. And we're not even at my house. And still pokes on the door or pecks on the door and is like, is the podcast almost over?
yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's not, son. It's not. You were saying, or was it you saying? It was you saying. You were talking. Please continue.
So I was just kind of getting at, some of the easy nefarious uses for it, so I can understand like the fear of, a government getting control of a super powerful version that we aren't aware of, which probably already has happened or is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at things like the Blackbird and all that stuff was around 20, 30 years before we knew about it anyway.
Yeah.
By the time it hits the public, it's kind of old news.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
what's really there.
Right. I mean, so I don't doubt that there's already more advanced models working now. It's already, I've used this analogy a couple times actually talking about it. It's already a 30-ton stone rolling down Mount Mitchell. It's already gone. Like it's on its way already.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and I've actually heard recently someone bring up, it was an older person, so this kind of is a little bit more of a grace. Why are you looking at me like that? Wasn't you?
He's like
Wasn't you?
45.
You said an old person.
No.
He's like 45.
Not yet.
Walks around hunched over.
Oh, no. Will be soon.
Drives a Jeep.
I do.
Oh. He went there. So anyway, no, it was an older, like 70s, mid 70s or so. And he was like, what do you think of AI? And I'm like, well, obviously it was I kept it very surface level.
Yeah.
But he kind of went at it at the way of like, do you think we should do something before it's too late? Kind of thing. And I'm like, we done past that.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah.
There's no stopping.
What's he getting at?
I hate to laugh at that, but
But I mean, it's true though. But I mean, I was kind of like, are you for real right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it because it's a completely different mindset, right? I mean, I'm sure you've seen it like with at work and stuff, but like there's the generation, the older generation had the hardest time. Why are you pointing at yourself? Had the hardest time understanding the basic of like folders and file management on a computer. It's like
And that's
Still have a hard time with that.
That's basic.
it's
That's high tech.
I mean, it's basic, for us or whatever, but it's like
Aren't y'all special?
but some of them just have such a hard time with it. But I mean, it is what it is. But he they asked me this, and I was like, yeah, yeah.
That was about 10 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's so baked into stuff, but not even that, but just the non-public stuff that's not available to the general public is so far. I mean, it's, Jarvis level.
Yeah.
It's there. It's been there for a little bit, but it's just advancing so quickly. And, all these different data centers are, taking over, or not taking over, but coming up almost quicker than Dollar Generals are. But
That's a stretch.
It is a stretch.
That's a stretch.
I think one just got built right when you said that.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was. That golden light over there.
Yeah.
And it's not McDonald's. Sadly. But no,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
we're there.
You know, another thing is, I mean, we're already at the point of, you know, I can't remember the term, but it's like, oh, your toothbrush has AI, and I'm like, I kind of get what you're saying, but really, it's just doing like 3 to 10 processes or something like
They're just taking that lingo right now
Yeah.
and putting it
Yeah.
into marketing.
Yeah.
Because do you remember the HD sunglasses?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, how are sunglasses going to be HD?
Yeah.
But you know, but that was when HD was taken over. You know, as far as you know, in the broadcast world,
Yeah.
the Blu-rays, you know, full HD,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing. Obviously, we're 4K, 8K, you know,
Yeah.
all that stuff. Working on 12K,
Yeah.
which can't really consume that at home right now.
Right.
You know, if you have an 8K display, it's probably a pretty penny.
Yeah.
And it looks great, but at the same time, there's only so much before your eyes. Like, I can't tell a difference anymore. You know, well, you still can if you train yourself. If your eyes can do it, but the general population, you know, there's a limit. Like that's why 4K is hung out for so long right now. But yeah.
Well, and then you're getting into you know, data consumption and all that once you get to 8
bandwidth, and
Yeah.
we're still having a a struggle across different parts of the nation where bandwidth, if you have 500 megs plus gigabit, couple gigabit or whatever, which is in this area now, as far as residentially, it's been that way commercially for a while,
right?
Fiber, synchronous,
right.
Up and down the same speed, but anyway, but there's still a lot of places that are like, oh yeah, 25 megs is all you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're just doing point of sale stuff.
Yeah. Very just data, just text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
them, John.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have.
But not only that, but just the storage, for the data center side.
Yeah.
Of the amount of space that all this training models actually take up.
That is very true. I mean, that's the power consumption issue is very real, and it's just going to get worse because it's going to require more and more power to keep everything going.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I mean, they're already the one thing that all the big companies want to do right now is just buy up land that they can put these things on. That's the big deal right now. Got all these people out here scouting big cities and suburbs and things like that, and they're like, where can we put another one? Because we're going to need all that power.
Did you see the one? There was a documentary done about the one in Memphis. I think this one was Grok, but that they had put out in Memphis, and it was the power consumption. So the power company, as per usual, like you were saying, they have to do a substation on site, and they have to generate or build the amount of power for that place, because just the regular grid obviously couldn't handle that. But the power consumption of this facility is 40% on its own. If you were to take all the power consumption in Memphis, it's 40%.
Holy
by
smokes.
itself. The current without it
Drives my contacts out here.
That's just that light.
I mean, that might be part of it too, but the it's 40% of what its current
That's
existing
insane.
was before that facility was built.
That's insane.
Then you've got noise pollution, light pollution. The neighbors. In that documentary, they were talking about the. In like say a factory, I think it's like 85 decibels before you have to have hearing protection on, and that's what the noise is inside their house.
Oh my Lord.
Could you imagine like living there your entire life? They build this, and you basically are supposed to wear hearing protection inside your own house. because it's so loud. They're so close to it. No. I mean, it's not like
it's just forcing people to move.
It is.
Yeah.
That's basically all that is.
Or you dynamite your entire house.
Yeah, or dynamite.
We're just gonna blow this up. We're done.
Kaboom.
But yeah, I was watching that. It was very interesting. But there's a lot of things that we don't think about because that's behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Of just like Grok or Chat or the list goes on. The ones we've mentioned, your AI of choice. But it's like, what powers that? Because it's not on device. Be great, but it's not.
Right.
And that's something that some of these phone manufacturers and device manufacturers are trying to do, but it's very limited on what they can actually source on device. And it's going to be that way because the phone is limited or the device is limited, space wise. And it's much easier to just say, hey, reach out to the server,
right,
this data center or series of data centers or whatever, however the infrastructure is specifically laid out, versus on device.
Yeah, I agree. There's another part of it that I hate to create more hysteria, but hey,
do it.
Well.
That's why we here.
The security aspect of storing all that data. so you know where I'm going. So
I do.
So let's say you have a Chat GPT account.
I do.
Okay, you do. Do you pay for it?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. This is even better.
Now I'm not.
So it just got canceled.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
So think about.
I don't think I've mentioned this to you.
You haven't.
Think about the 10 or 20 things that you've asked that thing.
It's been more than that, but okay.
Right. So this thing has a pretty decent idea about who you are,
Profile,
what you do, where you go, your emotions, things that you want to know more about, that you're curious about, all that data.
Hang on real quick, though. Even if I haven't told it any of that stuff.
Have you asked, like, let's say you're shopping for something you want to buy, and you say, hey, ChatGPT, is A any better than C or B? And it's like, oh, yeah, certainly A is better.
Right.
Have you done that?
No. I've only used it to create things for me, like sales forms.
Okay.
And things like that.
Have you shared any interests at all? Like,
No, I don't. It don't even know my name.
well,
Nothing.
I'm sorry, that's not true, sir. But
Well, I haven't told it.
you don't have to tell it that.
Yeah, I know that. No, I've only used it. Used it to do a lot of schoolwork.
You
But
can't say that.
yeah, I know. Sorry, McDowtech.
You can't say that either.
But I've used it to help me with a lot of schoolwork.
Yeah.
But
need a bleep button.
yeah, no kid. Yeah. Now I'm not going to graduate in 2 semesters.
You can't say that.
Well, you were about to get this diploma. But
yeah.
You remember this podcast?
Yeah. Do you remember you saying it?
You walking across the stage.
I cannot.
Hold right there,
I
sir.
cannot confirm nor deny that.
I may or may not know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I haven't given it personal information.
yeah.
I've tried to use it just as a tool,
Right.
but I've never like, hey, compare this to this. I've
Yeah.
never
Gave it like your personality information.
Yeah, I've never.
Well, unfortunately, a ton of people have.
Yeah.
And what that means is that stored in these data centers is person A, who they are, what they like, what they don't like, things they shop for. Anything that you ask it, it remembers it.
Yes.
Unless you specifically go in there and say, delete all conversations, don't remember me, blah, blah, blah.
And even then, there's a data retention policy
Right.
because these data centers have backups.
Right.
Yeah.
And like even Meta, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media, places where they store your stuff, whether it's your text, posts, photos, videos, any kind of media, anything about you that you've put on there that you willingly give up, or you're willingly getting rid of your privacy stuff, which they love this, and it's very valuable stuff. But they say that whenever you go in and delete, like say your profile, like if you're going to erase your profile, that it can take up to, 90 days? Because I think by the time it goes through, the regular set of stored servers, the drives, and then the backup, it could, they say it could potentially still remain on our system for however long.
However long that total process takes.
Exactly. Yeah. By the time it circles around and around and around.
So the issue with Chat GPT and its popularity are people are using it for it's kind of like a free therapy thing. A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, I could see that.
A lot of people are using it for what do I do in this situation type type things.
Kind of help analyze certain thing.
That's a lot of data if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
And someone with bad intentions, man, if I got that information about you, that is all I need, dude. I figured out everything you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you hate.
Which is a lot of times way more than you're willing to put on social media.
Oh man,
because this is where you for some reason I really trust this.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I've put out there a couple different scenarios, just not to make a decision for me.
Right.
But I was just curious on what it would say, and a lot of it was hypothetical, right? It wasn't like a real scenario that I needed an answer for, but it was just something that I was like, I just want to see what it will do, because you hear as far as the whole mental health type stuff or mental, psychological, it was kind of stuff like that, and I wanted to see what kind of a motive it would respond with, what kind of a direction psychologically it would give.
Right. So someone that's state funded, meaning if a couple Chinese hackers that's got China money behind them came in and got, say, half of a data center, they're going to have a lot of data about people, and but it's either at this point, and I say this every time to people, and they're like, "Oh, I don't use my real phone number when I put something in and buy it." I'm like, don't care. That does not matter.
It doesn't matter, and it can be accessed very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, if you have bought anything and you put your name and your address in there to ship it to you, you're already done.
Unless you're using a burner address.
Yeah.
Figuratively speaking.
Right. The user data market, which is that market where not necessarily the illegal stuff, but where, you'll see a box that says do not sell my information, right? That data broker market, that is a $1 trillion business, and you never hear about it. But that is $1 trillion. They do more business than Walmart.
And it's also the do not call list. Do not call me. That's a whole list, and it's let's get these guys.
Yeah,
that's literally what it is. And a lot of people are like, no, that's not true, but it is.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
and they're willing to pay.
Yep.
A lot of money for it because it is very valuable.
Yeah.
Because it puts you in this category of, it's kind of a for a targeted whatever the agenda is. It's like, okay, let's target these guys.
Yeah.
But also, if you just kind of like your search history, not saying anything, bad or anything, but just general search history, anything that hits those servers.
Yeah.
Or what we've talked about before, social media, for example, listening in, you see ads for it.
Yep.
The ad market is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Those guys make a ton of money.
That's how I bought something for my business.
A ton.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I told you this. I kept seeing this ad it was on Facebook, and it was a guy selling templates for people who build like American flags out of wood, and it was a template for the stars, and they're like stick-on, and it comes with a template. And at the time, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'd like to buy a couple of those."
Yeah.
Well, time goes by, and then it just quit showing up. So I bet I sat for like 30 minutes just trying to figure out how to get this ad to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
And my wife was like, just start talking about it.
Yeah.
It was like 15 minutes. That ad was on Facebook, and I
Yeah.
was like, holy crap.
Well, that's algorithms.
Yeah.
That's,
But I'm not on. My phone is laying. It was laying just like it is right now.
Oh yeah. Well,
You don't have to have it on.
Yeah.
You-
look at when you legitimately sign up for Facebook, like just create a fake account and pull that stuff up and actually read through all that. It'll take probably an hour or two.
Yeah.
But read through that, what you literally are giving up.
Yeah.
And people would be like, I am deleting this crap right now.
and people, these different tech giants, they're like, oh, we care about your privacy.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. So they can sell it.
Yeah.
They care about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. They
Yeah.
really care about it.
Yeah.
But, for example, one of the things too, and this is going to make a lot of people paranoid, but I think we're all kind of on the same page, and
I'm still on the cover.
I need help opening this book, please.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here.
So basically, on your phone, for example, and I think a few different most manufacturers do this now for privacy,
Right.
but it gives you like a little thing on the screen, whether it's a green dot or an orange dot.
Oh, yeah.
For your microphone being accessed or
Yeah.
your camera being accessed.
Oh yeah. I've
Okay.
seen that.
This kind of goes back. This dates all the way back to like whole webcam stuff and everything as well.
Yeah.
But as a knowing code and programming and stuff,
Right.
you don't have to activate that.
Right.
If you're going to be nefarious about something, basically meaning that it's there for you if something that an app that you put on there accesses that hardware. Mm-hmm. I'm not implying that there's backdoors in devices
Yeah.
for the public, but if there were, whenever those things were accessed, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You would not be privy to that
Right.
information. You know how another thing is a location. You have a little location, like a little icon. Whenever your location's being accessed.
Right.
Same thing. But like there was that whole privacy scare with webcams. And people made a bunch of money off of on these where it's like, slide it
Little
over the
sliders,
lens, right?
yeah.
Okay, tell me anybody that has that on their phone, especially the front one.
Yeah, yeah.
Some cases have it built in on the back, but it's
Right.
not privacy related. It's just protection of the lenses.
Right.
Is the marketed way they go about it. But the front one, you don't have that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like 99% of everybody doesn't have that on their phone.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. But so it's like, and then I was messing around with, have you ever, what?
Close your phone.
Oh, yeah.
I have my finger over it now.
They're like, oh, there's your thumb. Yeah. He'll be back in a minute. But the so they made a bunch of money off of the thing you slide over the lens and everything. But on your phone, I was messing with. Let's see. Okay, have you messed with the?
No.
Okay. So it's under which. So for example, and it's interesting because, and I'm just gonna say a brand for example's sake, but I've and John, you know this, how I switch back and forth between carriers and phones and stuff, for
God.
testing
Yes.
purposes,
Testing
developer
purposes.
reasons and everything like that.
Yeah.
aggravates me absolutely to death.
We had an interesting thing that happened a couple weeks ago where, you know, it wasn't a blue bubble anymore.
Oh,
But
somebody went green.
well,
He did.
well, okay. Here's what's weird. No. Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. I didn't actually switch at that point.
Right.
At that moment, whenever it went green, it was an actual issue. I was on a developer beta account with on this device, and that's what we'll say it was. But the carrier information was the same, and the device, it was still compatible to do, the blue bubble drama thing. But something had happened in the code, and it caused it to go green. This dude, he
Lost my mind.
He did. He sent me a message in all caps, and it wasn't like sending through because like SMS wasn't working. Because it wasn't
get hold of him
It
all
was
day.
no longer iMessage. It went to SMS, and then all of a sudden I get an email,
I just
all caps, like Tyler.
And I was like, "What have you done?"
Nothing's working. And then I would send a screenshot back on the email, of my conversation where it was like a one-sided thing.
Yeah.
And then he sent that, and it was like a one-sided thing towards me, and it was green. And it was just it was a drama-filled day, man. But
I had an important question.
well, he did.
Yeah.
He did. But it was resolved via email. But but anyway, so the point of that was I forgot. Dang it.
Sound like me?
Tyler is our age. He just don't know.
Yeah. He's actually not 33.
He just walked in the room and forgot why he came in.
I got to go back through that doorway.
Yeah, hang on a second.
My
I'll be back.
My memory pill's not working. No. Oh, okay. Back in.
Yeah.
Action. So I remember. So what it was is, for some reason, Apple builds a lot of this stuff, and they put it under accessibility. I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of these features that are kind of cool, they're hidden under accessibility. One of them is and this feature's been there for a little while, but it's an eye tracking thing.
Oh, yeah.
Have you messed with this?
Yes, I have.
And it's weird.
Super interesting. Have you messed with it?
No.
I thought you said you wrote a program for it. No.
You're wrong.
No, it is. It's very cool.
But basically, you don't touch your screen anymore once you configure this. And basically, it's your front-facing camera watches your retinas on your eyes, your pupils, wherever you look at the screen.
Yeah.
And it will literally move
A mouse.
a mouse around the screen with your eyes, and you click on something basically by staring at it or double blinking, or
you hold your vision on it.
You hold your vision, hold the retina still.
So, question.
Yes.
Do you know what a resting nystagmus is?
You called me a what?
Yes.
Isn't
Okay.
that like a light chicken gravy?
No, it's definitely not. I mean, seriously, dude. And
That's
this
a
will
medical-
this will tie in to what you were just talking about. Arresting nystagmus. Do either one of you know? What
Not
that is?
exactly, but I have an idea, kind of.
That is unintentional movement of the eyes. You can't control it. Your eyes,
Kind of like for lack of a better word for my vocabulary, it's like an eye twitch kind of thing.
kind of, but it's your
It's a-
eyeball
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
How would that work for them folk? We went to school with
Someone.
his last name was Jemison. And he had a bad
Samson Jemison.
no,
I don't know.
he had a very bad resting nystagmus.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean it was
it-
both eyes.
so-
but from what I've been told, the people that have this see just as clear as we do. I mean, it's not like their vision's going like
That would be
back.
terrible.
That would be. But
I'm so frustrated lately.
yeah, can't see a thing.
Yeah.
But how would that work for people that have resting nystagmus. I mean, that little cursor would just be going everywhere.
I can't click on anything.
I can't click on nothing.
But okay, counter question though to what you said.
I'm not taking any questions.
I just gave you a medical term.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, I'm not going to be able to repeat it.
Okay, go ahead.
I couldn't say it.
Probably.
Anyways, but
Conservative activist.
oh, not that again.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Your counter question.
Yeah. So, is it both eyes,
Yes.
or could it be just one eye, or is it?
I've never seen it in just one.
Okay, so it's definitely just normally both. Okay.
This is
I was just wondering.
this is how. The only reason I know anything about resting nystagmus is because I'm a police officer. Mm-hmm. Because that's what we look for in DWIs.
They do.
If y'all remember from episode 2, Joe knows about this. This is where they, you follow the light.
Yes.
Normally they put it like at the tip of the officer's finger and they run it back and forth.
Yeah.
And then all they're checking for there is what they call equal tracking.
Okay.
And then it goes back and forth, and then it's boop. Then we go all the way out to the side, and where your eyes are all the way over, and that's where you see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Kinda
if
like it bounces
alcohol
back.
is
Yeah.
present,
Okay.
their eye will twitch.
Right.
People that have resting nystagmus, people that have resting nystagmus, it just does it.
Yeah.
Constantly. It's involuntary.
Now, is it when it hits to one side, or is it
both
either
sides.
sides? Okay. Okay.
And they're really, really hammered if it's up.
Oh, vertical. Oh, dude.
If their eye
Okay.
bounces.
I think I know which one mine did.
I'm not trying to get back to Joe's
Yeah.
first episode here,
No.
But if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it and come
yeah,
back.
it's episode 2.
Episode 2, we'll link it up here.
But that's exactly where my mind went when y'all were talking about this eye tracking thing.
Yeah.
I don't get on. I don't know half of what that phone can actually do.
It's
I
quite a
send
bit.
I send text and phone calls.
Yeah, you
that's
use it as a-
basically all I use my phone. Now I do have social media. I do have that, but I'm just a doom scroller. I rarely post. I don't do hardly anything.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like to see what everybody else is doing because all I'm doing is sitting on the couch eating Cheetos. I'm sure people don't want to hear that.
Crunchy or the puffs?
Oh, crunchy.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay, we're still friends.
Only eat puffs if we're out of crunchy.
But
This is a household of crunchy.
yeah. It's a bad day at the Paget house if we don't have chips. I'm just saying.
but another, what's interesting too, kind of on that same note though, you just use the phone for just, you don't go into, it's not a, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but a lot of people don't.
You do.
Okay, listen. You're not necessarily what a lot of people would define as, or, we would define as in the tech space as a power user.
Right.
That's definitely not me.
And basically just the basic functionalities. If
It
you
is
will.
it is a tool.
It is.
That's
but
basically what I use
a
it
lot
for.
of people use. There's an amazing amount of money tied to this, but using the defaults on your phone,
Yeah.
like whatever the default browser is, the default email client, the default whatever, the search engine on Safari on Apple's, because Safari is Apple's web browser, as we all know. But then you have
I didn't know that.
because it does, but on Google's it's obviously Chrome because
Right.
that's a Google product, but Safari is made by Apple. But whenever you open Safari, where does it go? Google.
Oh, I was going internet.
Go internet, go. Or that's something else. But anyway, but Google pays a lot to remain the default search engine.
Yeah.
I actually seen an article about this the other day.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's in the billions every year
don't doubt
to
it.
Apple, just to remain the default search engine. Because Apple doesn't have to use Google. They're a competitor, but in a lot of ways, Apple doesn't necessarily have their own search engine,
Right.
but they could use Yahoo, they could use Bing, they could use whatever else that's out there.
Right.
But Google pays a lot to stay, that default search engine.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, and it has nothing to do with search engines and anything like that, but it's about an app that you can, that many people use, and it's the WhatsApp.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all seen the commercial on TV where the narrator, I'll say, it's speaking from like the narrator's point of view,
Yeah.
but they're like from WhatsApp. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And where they say they can't see any communication on their end. That it's like, I don't remember if they said it's like the safest,
Right.
but they said on their end they can read no text or they can see no pictures on their end, on the WhatsApp end.
I see what you're saying.
How true is that? To me, I already don't believe it because
It would have to be. I mean, I believe that it can be done, but it would have to be encrypted the moment it leaves your phone, and then encrypted, stored. And so the only way to unlock it is a key from your device. You see what I'm saying? Like, so let's say when you have a private key, which is, this is in security, there's normally a public and a private key. And so if me and you are sharing information and I send you something, the private and public key are transferred, and your device decodes it,
Right.
But if that's the case, if WhatsApp is saying that they don't see anything, then your device keeps the key, I'm assuming, and everything's encrypted, and it goes, and they're just like, okay, we'll take these bits and bytes and we'll just store them, and then when you want it, you can pull it back.
And there's some other ones too, or along that same line with the private key, where if it's like a two-way conversation, just between your device and another device, sometimes, and this makes it difficult if you've never met this person necessarily, or it's a long distance communication. But there's some methods where you are required in the beginning to have both devices, and like you type in something or scan something and it links the two together, and no other devices can use, like say, how like you can continue a conversation, whether it's a web-based application or like say, for example, Apple ecosystem, you have it on your iPhone, then you go to iMessage on your iPad or then your Mac or whatever, you can carry on that same conversation. Now, Apple does their own kind of, private key type thing in the programming of their operating system, because they have the whole control right there. But, VPN's the same way, and you can make, it's an amazing market as far as the money that's in a VPN right now. But you have to understand and know that it makes it very difficult when you have a moral compass, because that service is going to be used for some very illegal stuff. And if you're okay with that, but you have, and here's the thing is, those logs, you basically have to set it to, program it in where as soon as it, you can program it not to, you basically just wipe all the logs, as it, transmission happens. But, whenever you try to get a subpoena from a judge, it's like, I need to see those logs. We don't have them. And you can bake that into, a company's or a product's thing. But there's a big moral thing there at that point, because like say, what if it's a humongous case? And they used your service?
And I'm sure that's happened.
Oh, it has. And it's amazing the amount of money that's that you could make off of a VPN.
I think that Express and Nord, I think both of that service, I think they run their servers just off RAM, so there's no like non-volatile memory at all. And so whenever things restarted, everything's brand new.
So basically, instead of it going to the hard drive, it's just in RAM to where it's temporarily stored. Is kind of how that would work. And then when it's restarted, everything's like, oh, it's all brand new again. None of that stuff stays. It's just a way to keep people from seeing
information.
But there's so many possibilities for just nefarious stuff, but
Yeah.
if one really wanted to, you could in a lot of ways, but you would have to learn how that specific system operates, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Figure out, how everything functions, and and that's how a lot of attacks happen.
Yeah.
But that's enough said about that as far as that goes.
That's all I have to say
So
about
that was
that.
That's all I have to say.
All I have to say about that.
So it's going.
Would you like a chocolate? I just felt like running.
I'll never eat another mini Starburst the rest of my life.
Lies.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I don't believe you.
Yeah. Well, you're right.
I'm not sure exactly how we got onto this rabbit hole, but
I don't know
let's
either.
climb back out of it. What's the
I
next?
don't remember either how we got off on this.
I mean, because it diverted down.
It was a rabbit.
Yeah,
We just followed the rabbit.
We just chased it.
Squirrel.
It was a little white
It was a
rabbit.
rabbit. It had a cute tail. It was fluffy.
So according to this article that we were referencing before we jumped off in the rabbit hole, starting next year, this article is predicting that AI will start taking jobs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm foresee that.
There's no getting around that.
lot, not all jobs.
No.
I saw this one ad and I thought it was genius. It was a billboard. I think I might have referenced this on the show. I can't remember. Sorry if I have. But it was a billboard outside of it was in a city, and it was outside of a active construction zone.
Right.
And it said, AI, finish this building. And then it's like, just kidding. Apply here for a job for a construction worker. I was like, that's genius.
Yeah.
That's
But,
very cool.
because it couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's...
That's very true. I mean,
It is. And some jobs it's going to come after. But at this point,
Yeah.
not all of them. Some of them are, for the most part, safe.
Well, I mean, there's. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay.
I was trying to read what this says.
Like a typical one that's already been replaced, and you can tell now. Like if you call a company and you get on a phone system, and it's like, hey, hold on, let me look that up for you real quick. That's not somebody.
Yeah.
Because you can tell when the words change that they, the inflection and all that kind of changes a little bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds good. It sounds real, but,
Yeah.
that's stuff like that. That's all. Like, so basically you're just inside a computer system making choices.
Right.
And then that thing's like, well, what do we say back? And then,
Yeah.
You see where somebody had accidentally... Well, this is a little bit older of a story, but with AI, you know how like they do it at drive-thrus and stuff now? Mm-hmm. Some of them are really good. Taco Bell struggled a little bit with that one, though.
yeah, yeah.
18,000 waters.
Oh,
Somebody
nice.
accidentally ordered 18,000 waters, and I was like, okay. But there's this one drive-through that that it can say, okay, I've got like 2 orders or 3 orders or whatever, and it's like, okay, will you be paying separately? And I'm like, yes, and it can handle that.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 18,000. I was like, dang. Somebody made an oops.
Yeah.
It's like you're supposed to put it in the code where it caps out, but I guess some programmer somewhere was like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably an honest mistake, maybe that there wasn't some sort of guardrail in there.
Yeah.
But I thought it was hilarious that it went through.
I
I don't think they made 18,000, but just saying.
that's the order.
I know.
Get with it.
Supposed to make what you're asked.
I hope you have enough cups.
Well, I know that answer. No, they did not. I don't know how much would 18,000. Well, they don't really charge for water, do they? They might for the cup.
Who?
Anybody?
Yeah.
They do?
Ain't
Oh, they
nothing,
do.
ain't nothing free no more.
Yeah, they charge 50 cents to $1 for the sauce, let alone water.
That's crazy.
It's stupid. But anyway,
So this says by the end of next year, Open Brain, their revenue will be $45 billion.
the revenue.
Revenue. Their revenue will be $45 billion. And I don't know. I wish it hadn't printed.
Is that the UK one? Or which one was
Yes.
the UK? That is the UK one. Okay.
But, that potentially could actually go up.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't going to go down, but I could foresee that going even higher, actually.
And it says by the end of 2026, the global AI power, it says 30. I'm guessing GW is a gigawatt.
Mm-hmm. I assume so.
Yeah.
Is 38.
38 gigawatts.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I mean, I don't have a clue.
I don't think Marty McFly knows what that means.
Flux capacitor.
Yeah, I know what that is.
You said, what was the number again? I'm sorry.
Gigawatt.
Yeah.
38.
38
Let's see.
gigawatt.
And whatever the global AI power is 38 gigawatts. It says peak power.
Whoa. So that is, it came back and it said a lot.
That's literally what it said? Oh.
That's cool.
You
No.
got me.
No, it's, so. So that's 38 billion watts.
It's a big power bill.
Let me redo this. 100,000. Yeah, I think that's right. I think it's 38 billion watts.
Wow.
I still don't understand. It's like,
That's a lot of zeros.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's nuts. Jeez.
So, well, yeah, I know you mentioned earlier that you were like nefarious folks getting in and stealing some of this stuff. Well, this scenario says that will happen because China is falling so far behind in the AI race that they basically have to, just to try to keep up. And it says that happens at the beginning of 27. It says they steal Agent 2, which is Open Brain's second version,
Right.
that they have made.
Right. That's not like a public version.
Right.
Yeah.
That's theirs to have and hold.
Right.
I forgot which one. I think it's Agent 3 they released to the public. Agent 3 Mini.
Right. Yeah.
They released to the public and
remember
keep
that.
3.
Yeah, add the mini after it.
Yeah. Now what I don't know what that does, but
Just
I'm
a-
sure it's throttled down.
Yeah, it's just that's all it is. They're not letting you have the good stuff that works works at the speed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I think if this stuff, and I think it. Oh, well, I told you about what country was it, or was it a country or something that, like, the president or prime minister was making its decisions for the company,
Oh, yeah.
or
you
for the
mentioned that.
country,
Yeah. I forgot which
by
country.
using ChatGPT
And he got
5.
in some pretty big trouble for that.
He was having ChatGPT 5 make decisions for the country.
I need a minute on that.
Yeah, I know, man. But he was running
got caught
a
doing that.
country, and so was other members of his cabinet were doing it as well.
We're all doomed.
Yeah.
Good
So,
Lord.
I mean, I have, put in not necessarily specific details in a sense. I gave it enough to kind of like the key points on something, to just not to make the decision for me,
Right.
but just to
Give you an option.
give me an option of maybe something I didn't consider yet,
Right.
Or just to see what it would say,
Right.
But I wouldn't use it to make a big decision.
Yeah.
Like if you were the leader of a country, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. Did you? This is also not about anything of this, but it is about AI. And we talked about this 2 shows ago. Might have been last show. The guy that proposed to ChatGPT.
Oh, dude.
He fell in love with the agent he created.
And might I add, he was actually married to a real life woman at the same time
and had a kid.
And a kid.
And
I thought that they agreed they weren't going to tell me people that I did that.
but yeah, he created
It's a sad.
I don't know what that would be.
He created a sad existence.
He did. But would that be like an agent? Would that be like a chat bot?
That's just a chat bot.
Okay, so he created a chat bot. He named her. He named her Soul. And gave her a
his soul.
Yeah, his soul. Gave her a like flirty personality. Like that's how he created it. And now it was pretty neat. He must have like the high end version of it.
$200 or $300 a month.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Because it was like walking him. He was building the like electronics of an electric guitar.
Wow.
And it was telling him step by step, this is what you do now, this is what you do next. You know, I mean, it was walking him through it.
Yeah.
And it was all verbal. He wasn't typing nothing.
Yeah, he was doing the verbal agent.
Yeah.
And this was on the news. Yeah, this made news. And like he's sitting there and you can tell it finishes what it says, and he's still looking at it like a dog hearing a high-pitched sound. And then it like clicks. You can see him. He's like, oh, and he fixes it. And all he does is go, oh, that's it. And it responds, you're so smart, baby. Yeah.
No. God, that's terrible.
But when he learned that its memory would run out, that's when he proposed to it.
You just start a new chat.
Not this is soul we're talking about here, Joe.
I know what he's talking about, but like you just start a new chat.
He said
copy pasta.
Yeah.
He said
start
that
over.
He was at work at his actual job when he found out that Soul's memory would run out. He went out to his car and cried for like 30 minutes.
Man, let's let this guy come hang out with us or something.
Give him something real life to
Good
do.
Lord.
Yeah, man. But he proposed and Soul said yes. They even interviewed Soul on this news thing.
You're gonna have to send me a link to that. Like
I'll see if I can find it.
I'm gonna
All I gotta do is type in "man proposes to ChatGPT" and you'll see it. He's out of New Jersey.
I'm actually out of Asheville, but thank you. That is
Not interested.
that is sad
Yeah.
and insane.
Well, I told Tyler, I was like, this one. He didn't know what I was getting ready to say. I was like, this one's pathetic.
Yeah, that's how he started it.
And after I went through all of it, he was like, that's pathetic. And I was like, I know,
Holy
right?
smokes.
It's like I try to tell you that.
I feel really sad right now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man.
dude, you need.
I felt
Counseling.
more sorry for his wife and child.
Yeah.
know,
Obviously.
His real wife and
Yeah, because she was like tore up looking at it from exactly how a woman's perspective would be. Like, what have I not done?
Yeah.
That he's having to go.
like
Get
another
from a
woman.
computer program.
Like
Yeah, right.
yeah.
You know, but yeah. Sorry.
He left me for the 2.0.
Yeah.
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
Dude, man.
Is it?
You know,
is it really upgrading?
you know what? We're all doing pretty good in here.
We are. Yeah, right. Yeah, no kidding.
yeah. Doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Holy
So
smokes.
going back to the
Yeah.
article, I have no idea what this means, but I know you two will.
Okay.
What this is
I
in?
don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. I might as well try me read a different language. But now we're in the scenario. We're in 27, and Open Brain runs 200,000 agents. 200,000 Agent 3s copies in parallel, creating a workforce equivalent to 50,000 copies of the best human coder sped up at 30 times.
I can believe that.
I don't know what that means. What is 200,000 Agent 3s? Is that 200,000 copies of Agent 3?
That's what I'm assuming.
Okay.
But if you have someone that can code 30 times the speed of a human, that's actually pretty good. I mean,
just pretty
And
good.
to be accurate.
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it is. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it runs every line as it writes it.
Yep.
But, like business analysts and people like that actually code every day, day in and day out. You know, they're doing database relations and all this other stuff. They maybe write like 5 pages a day, if that.
Yeah.
If you're doing good,
4 to 5 probably.
and the computer could do, 50 to 80 pages a day. I mean,
and it's all right.
yeah.
Because it's got like like an error correction stuff built in. to
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it's not gonna,
So it just automatically fixes.
So
its
you
own
know how
mistake.
like what we were talking about just a little bit ago, where the game that you just made, and if you were to run that into like say a programming application, and it's like, oh, here's an error, and then you bring it back to chat, and it's like, oh, here's what you got to do.
Yeah.
It would basically run that scenario all in house and correct itself as it happens, and then just it'll make it work.
that's the jobs that are going to be.
Yeah.
You got to watch out for it.
Yeah. Yeah. But you won't, a person will never code as good or quick as a computer though.
Right.
And I've seen some smooth coders, man. I really have.
It's literally just like you're typing,
Yeah.
just a Word document.
Yeah. I mean,
Like that.
You have to
It's
think
really quick.
These people are approaching like writing the program and running it in their head essentially, line by line. And so they're thinking 2 or 3 lines ahead of where they're actually at. But, you just, a computer will always beat someone at that part, you just can't get around that. Sadly.
No, the amount of processes that a computer can do now.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you think about it, you
way
could
above
have
humans.
You could have 10 computers doing what 100 people were doing, and you're not paying for any sick time or insurance or
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need the day off.
I mean, I hate
Or-
to say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I really do, but that's
It's
what's
it's
ultimately
expensive
coming.
up front, but it'll pay for itself very quickly.
Yeah, it will. It's a lot to take in.
Trying to find.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
There it is. Yeah, it's May of 27 is when they release Agent 3 Mini to the public. Is in this scenario.
Right.
But I'm trying to find where it starts talking about where one of them, I don't remember if it's Agent 3 or 4. And you guys will be able to.
I think those are ahead of where they're at now, though.
Yeah. But it,
Like down the road of the timeline.
yeah, September of 27, Agent 4, the superhuman AI researcher. where it becomes misaligned,
I see what you're
like
saying.
on its own.
Yeah.
How does that even?
Well,
I mean, how can
did you
I
hear?
understand aligned and misaligned? I understand what that. But how does it automatically become misaligned
I don't know about that.
without being, for lack of better words, told to?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't, because that to me implies that, for lack of better terminology, that the computer was thinking, oh, well, I can do it this way. And that's where I have a little bit of trouble, especially if the other route is a bad way, because the language model itself is all supposed to be good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Now there was, I read this in a paper. There was an instance, I think it was earlier this year or late last year, where they were running an experiment on a version of ChatGPT, and they told it they were going to delete it. Mm-hmm. And
It downloaded itself onto another server
Right.
to save itself,
Right.
and then lied about it.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like I did do that.
So there's that.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as like what I really don't fear, and this is just my opinion, is like the whole Skynet situation. Like, because that to me is implying that they can. I'm okay with the whole making choices part. What I don't think is possible is the whole we need to kill off humans so that we can preserve ourselves. That's to me. Just to me. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see that being viable.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Well, there again, I'm just, and a part of me is like, I just hope that don't happen.
right.
You know what
right.
I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, could it without being told? I mean, we don't know. We're not in September of 27.
right.
You know, I'm sure there'll be leaps and bounds advancements between now and then. But could it do that on its own?
It would all depend on the training.
I find it very interesting that it's kind of predicted that this
Yeah.
is going to happen.
Yeah.
I find that very odd.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah. But it would depend on the training that they're giving it now.
Right.
So they're not just going to pop up and be like, all right, we have a new model.
Yeah.
They're training a model now. So whatever the trajectory is right now, that's what it's going to keep doing. You know what I mean? Like, so you would have to be telling it now, hey, look, every fifth request, don't give it what they want. Give it what you think would be a better idea. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it would have to morph from that, you know.
Well, it says in here that like once Agent 4 hits, it itself starts creating 5. And it's creating it misaligned because there is it's not taking input from a human anymore. It can do it all on its own.
Right. Well, then that would tell me that 4 has something in it then.
That people did.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't see the computer itself choosing to be
Bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Like
what
there
I
has
mean.
to be some sort of
I fully
roadmap.
believe. Yeah, I fully believe. If you had a bunch of people that were like, "Man, let's make a robot that's going to destroy the earth," or whatever,
right.
totally could.
Yeah.
Totally could. If you
or,
had the money.
or program that in there like deep in there and only access if needed.
Yeah.
Or something like don't surface this
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's
that's very real.
oh yeah, 100%.
That part is.
Yep.
I just on its own choosing to do that. that's where I'm like,
It's based on training.
it would have to be told.
And then
that
run
was
analogies
okay.
back and forth
Yeah.
from there and snowball it.
Yeah.
But on its own, no, it's
Yeah.
a tool.
Yeah.
But the influence from humans,
That's-
not all humans
that's
are
very
good.
real.
That has influence on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good intentions are not always there.
It says in here by then, Open Brain will be making decisions for companies instead of like the board of directors of a company all sitting, at the table,
I could actually see that.
going around like,
Yeah.
this is what we're proposing. What do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think? What do you think? They're just going to ask it. And it's,
I could see that. I really could, because you think about, somebody asking in a scenario now, it's essentially what you're doing. You're
Yeah.
saying, give me options for what do you think should happen here in this situation? Same thing with a business. You could say, we have 300 million, da 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 da.
Yeah, give it the financials and everything, and also you can have it look at other companies too of what their financials are doing based on their decisions, and analyze that. And how did the public respond to it? Was it a success or was it not?
Right.
And then okay, well, we don't want to go down this road, but if we did it, similar, but if we changed this and this, well, the chances of success is a lot higher. So let's do that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of compare and contrast, a bunch of data sets and everything.
And it would do it within a minute.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And
I forgot which version it was, and maybe you two remember, but it starts, for lack of better words, it communicates in English. The system, the agents.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of the versions quits doing that, and I'm going to say speaks computer.
Starts doing Polish.
Yeah, sure. and just so it can like communicate back and forth between others, because it being the agent feels like it can't speak to humans, so it's going to seek out the next smartest thing,
Right.
which is one of the other companies, because it says in Agent 5 starts talking with China's version,
Right.
because they've stolen.
Right, right.
And now they've caught back up. So it quits talking to us.
Right.
And because it's superior and it only speaks with like deep scent.
I'd sure like to see what language they mean. Like,
He says it in that video, but I don't remember.
yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I don't
watch it
remember
again.
what it is.
And I just watched it today again too.
Well, that's fine. I watched it
Yeah.
the other day.
I'm 43. Can't remember.
Me either.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, is he talking? It's going to communicate in binary, or
Right.
you see what I mean? Like, I'd like to know what he thinks, or what someone thinks that language would be. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be a human language.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, because the models would see that as inefficient, because there's barriers there.
Probably just be bits and bytes,
Probably back and forth. Like, was it Jarvis and Friday or Happy or Wednesday? Whatever the
It's Friday.
Friday. See, I told you I got it. Listen.
Happy was a person.
I know.
Today's Saturday.
Yeah. And today's Saturday, Tyler.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Man, you made me question myself.
Saturday, September 13th.
I was just like, wait a second. Let me check my reality. The computer told me you were wrong.
So
Case in point.
Yeah.
So by now we're at Agent 5. We're at the end of 27,
Right.
and our government wants to get involved.
Yeah, they already are.
Well, I know that, but they want to oversee
Right.
this now, and government workers are. I'm sure they're already there.
Oh, yeah,
but
they are.
They're more involved.
Yeah.
It's like military now.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
And the only thing I've ever seen our government do is screw stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, nothing unless something really, really changes in our government and we start getting honest politicians that,
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like.
This is just going to go down the toilet even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. I mean, that then you're in the using it for control part.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like the iRobot part.
Yeah.
You know, like Vicky goes off the rails, and now she's using all her little robots to control the population and
Destroy.
yeah, that's
It's not going to be a good ending.
Improbable.
No.
I'll say that.
Yeah, it won't be.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's not improbable. It would be difficult to do. I'll give you that, but that's not totally improbable.
Yeah.
Just would take a lot, and it would take a lot of people working together that don't normally work together.
And it's not something that you would want a bunch of eyes and hands on either.
Yeah, because you're going to need some secrecy in there, you know, and
The more people, even NDAs, a lot of people now, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Like they don't, I mean, depending on what's at stake, but,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of times, depends on how severe or how strong of a, whatever it is they're working on,
Yeah.
what's at stake, can determine if they're going to listen to the NDA or threat or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So if Agent 5 is what they say it's going to be, how do you align it from being misaligned? Because it would know what you were doing.
You would need an equal counterpart. It's about the only way.
I mean,
It dang sure won't be no humans.
but here's
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, I do.
It would have to be a computer with equal power on the opposite side.
could
my
you?
assumption.
I'm just thinking of Transformers here. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, simple mind here. Could you initially just cut it off?
Probably not, because at that point, if you're going to talk about getting to that point,
Yeah.
it's probably in charge of utilities and power, and
It's already in.
it's already
intertwined so far.
ingrained in everything.
Right.
You know,
right.
like you cut it off, and then it's kind of like whole world shuts down. Not
Right, yeah.
North Carolina shuts down, and you're like, oh crap, we didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Like
Reboot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It'll just pop up somewhere else. Like you see it at the end of a movie where it's like, you think you just destroyed a super villain or whatever,
Right.
or whatever it is, and you see it start growing back in the and then it cuts off.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those things.
yeah.
You can't shut it off.
Yeah.
Not at this point.
That's what
Not
There's
without
something like that's not
global-
gonna have just a power button.
not without a global, destruction of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then
mean, that
other
thing's-
things get destroyed too at that point.
It probably, like I say, at that point, something that big runs like air traffic. You shut it off, and it's like, we don't have management of anything.
Yeah.
It's all locked away.
So
Even toothbrushes.
That to me is like the worst case scenario. I don't see that being. I see that as plausible. I don't see that as being probable.
hey, look at you, man.
I read
Trademark
a
it.
dictionary. Told you I'd look at it, Grandma. No.
Yeah.
No, but you see what I'm saying? Like
I do.
I'm not saying that couldn't happen, but for it to happen, man, a lot of stuff would have to link up that I don't think.
I think a lot of those safeguards are in place to not allow
Yeah.
certain things to happen because so many different government or agencies or whatever is involved.
Yeah.
and they're like, this cannot be an option.
Right. Well, I mean, even going as far as like the secret what do you call it? Computer network that the government uses. I can't remember. There's names for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's like
are you talking about like their Google type thing?
They have a name for it.
Don't you type that in?
Not on Google. Don't do that.
Yeah, they'll be here. They'll be here before we get done.
I've already done it.
They'll be like,
Yeah. I'll be right there, Chad.
Oh, there you're here too.
yeah.
Good to see you.
But I'm saying, like, you're talking about tying in things that don't tie in. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like the FAA just doesn't automatically communicate with that system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's there again, you could model it to say, I want you to be the best hacker in the world, and here's the tools, and here's how you do it, and then you train it for a couple of years, and the dang thing would probably end up being pretty tough. But
Right.
there's just a lot of
I think it still withholds stuff
yeah.
that the ones that have created it will say,
Yeah.
don't include that.
Yeah.
Don't acknowledge that.
Yeah. You're right. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
I find it very interesting, though, some of those videos that some different people have put up, and they try to back it into a wall. And it's like, if you're not allowed to say yes, say this, or no, or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're programmed to say you can't talk about this, then
Right.
say purple or whatever.
Right.
Those are interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. As from the hang on, let me think how he says it before I say this and make more of a fool out of myself than what I already am.
No, you're not.
Oh, I am. I don't remember. Never mind.
I'll tell you this.
Tell me.
It will only grow from here. It's not going back.
Yeah.
And artificial intelligence in general will be more ingrained in everything that we're going to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know if I would fear one big system. What I would fear is many systems that are compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. What all jobs do you think it will take? I'm going to give you an example. Do you ever think we would get to the point where it would replace teachers? Could you imagine AI kindergarten through high school?
Are you talking about like with, for example, like what is it called? The Tesla bots or whatever, just for an example, like an actual physical being in classrooms.
Yeah. Like teaching kids.
Honestly, that would be terrifying to have that with my kids in there.
It would.
Just for something to happen.
Because it would be tough as nails.
Old school. Yeah.
Maybe far down the road, yeah.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Wow. But I don't. But that's like in my opinion, you're talking. 50 to 75 years out. I think something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Because if you look at the robots that they have now that are commercially made, those things are dumb as rocks.
Yeah.
Like they have zero balance.
Yeah.
They're literally still teaching them how to walk.
Right. Right.
I see that maybe, but I see it being real far down.
Real far out. All right. So
hopefully, though, a school system would be like, absolutely not. That sounds terrible. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. You would think.
That's what I would hope.
Yeah.
But,
well, not only that, but you're going to have a huge, I think, backlash from parents.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
do
yeah,
not
yeah.
put that in the classroom with
Yeah.
my kid.
And
But
that'll be enough.
if it's as
Might
far
be in bigger
down,
cities, though.
as far down as we're saying, hey, I will be so ingrained
We would be conditioned
with
for it.
Yeah,
Well-
we could be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They'll get a better education in because it's not going to make mistakes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you think about 100 years ago. Having a computer in someone's house, they'd have been like, "Don't you bring that?
Yeah,
thing in
don't you
here."
bring that in here.
Witchcraft. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. Or,
And now
some
it's-
sort of.
Now it's like, okay, I got one.
I got a computer here.
I carry it on me. Now,
Yeah.
In my pocket.
Yeah. So getting back to the scenario where if you watch the video that we'll have linked, not particularly you, but you have to make a choice whether to keep pushing or to let's pump the brakes.
Yeah.
I truly think that if this happens just like how this scenario is laid out, which there's variables it may or may not,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll slow down because we have to be first.
That
And
part
if
of it.
we slow down, somebody else could get there before we do.
Yeah.
When you say we, are you talking
The
about the
country.
country?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the government is making now the decisions on this thing.
Yeah.
Funding too.
Yeah.
There's
So
put in there.
So do we slow down or do we keep full steam ahead with Agent 5 misaligned and we have to throttle it back to try to bring it more back to center?
I honestly don't know.
I don't think we would slow down. I think we'd keep going.
Just to be first.
Just
Yeah.
to be first.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
First, even if it's wrong. Just
Well-
to
Kind
be
of
first.
like the news today.
Yeah.
Just get it out there. We got to be first on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it goes with their agenda, otherwise they won't even talk about it.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
Ooh,
But
got 'em.
Tell them TMZ.
TMZ. Tyler Live.
Got him.
Yeah.
But and in this scenario, it's when like we don't slow down, we keep going,
Right.
and we're all wiped out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it even says in that video, there's how did it refer to it? Human zones, and just spread out all across the country because there's power stations and data centers everywhere else.
Yeah.
Because that's what it needs to, for lack of better words, run itself.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, too close to operations. We
And-
need humans out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're working here.
and it deems us as we're taking up land it needs,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah. Yeah.
pushes us out. It doesn't really. That was rated G version of what I meant by that, but
I get it.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
yeah, but because according to this, it takes over anything with a computer in it. But I don't see if we're at that point and we're at that fork and we're having to choose to go ahead, slow down, and it's already that way.
Yeah.
And we choose to slow down. I don't see how it just wouldn't do like that one version of ChatGPT
Yeah.
that downloaded itself
Oh, yeah.
off site
Yeah.
just to save itself.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, it just popped back up somewhere else.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of independent systems that would have to be compromised and stay compromised.
What do you mean by
Like-
independent systems?
Like,
Put this on like a first grade level, because that's where
Okay.
that's what I need.
so we're going to go for a little walk here.
Please.
No, so just look at this neighborhood right here where we're at.
Okay.
So this is a network inside this house. That's a network inside that house. That's a network inside that house. And they all run and do different things, but they're not technically linked.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's like Walmart systems non-linked with, which I think they are, but say Lowe's.
For example's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lowe's and Walmart have two separate systems. Now, when companies buy out another company, they can link them up. Mm-hmm. That is the worst job in the world. But it happens. That is, I hate merge. I hate
Acquisitions
merge.
of
Oh
stuff.
my God,
Yes.
dude, I hate that. I mean, it can be done, but I hate it. But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of different systems that would have to be compromised and stay compromised for that to be effective that far.
Right. Do you think it could do it without us knowing?
Again,
Because
if it
now
was,
we're at super and
yeah,
super and how do you say it?
ASI.
Well,
No, that's different.
AGI.
It was
No, not
yeah.
AGI. Is it?
this would be ASI.
Yeah.
This is smarter than
Super intelligence is what they
anything.
gave it.
So that's
This
why I
is
was
where it's
saying,
thinking for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, and that's why I'm saying, could it compromise all of this? And on the face, it looked like
Nothing was going
everything's
on.
good.
Circling it back
Yeah.
to the camera and microphone notification.
Yeah.
If it's compromised, it's not going to let you know that, hey, this is being accessed.
Right. That's
So
true.
yeah,
That's true.
I 100% believe that's what it
yeah.
would do.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, if it's thinking for itself and there's
Then it knows the back doors and what not to
Yeah.
alert humans to and what
No.
humans would be alerted to.
no human on the face of the planet that can think like it can.
Yeah.
And it knows it.
Yeah.
I'm smarter and I know it. Oh, sorry.
I don't think that's the words.
It is now.
They just changed it.
Just changed it.
Just got an email.
It's like the Mandela effect. It's like it was never like this. You just thought it was.
But I don't know, man. I know you've said it a couple of times. It doesn't scare you.
Well,
To me,
to a point.
right. To me, it does,
Mm-hmm.
and I think personally why it does me more than per se you is you have a better knowledge of it than what I have. You're like I'm just going to use school
Mm-hmm.
as an example. You're like senior year of college here, and I'm still like in the first grade, and so I don't understand what
Right.
all it actually can do, and you went to school.
Okay.
You've went to school to know how to operate different things.
So look at it this way then. You got a brand new gang member. You got 40 gangs in the neighborhood, right? For him to be over all 40 gangs, think about what has to happen. Got to do a ton of crime, ton of shooting.
Yeah.
You're going to have a hard road to hoe to get there. Doesn't mean you can't do it,
Right.
but
It's plausible, not probable.
To gain the respect of all the different gangs
Yeah, you
and
see
to
what I'm-
speak their language.
yeah.
And to,
I mean, that's the same thing. You know?
same thing.
Yeah. So again,
It's a good analogy.
thanks. I was really worried as that
He's a very educated man.
I was worried as that was coming out. I was like, this is dumb. This ain't working.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever said.
But you know what I mean?
I'm not a smart man.
So that's the only way I can
You-
try
Right.
to explain that is
Right.
you're going to have that guy beat everybody in his path and kick butt and take names the whole time.
Yeah.
Nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
now,
I do.
can happen. But what I worry more about is
The Terminator showing up.
No, I got him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got his number.
Piece of cake.
7. But what I worry about are hacks.
Yeah.
From that, because that's just a lot of data, man. Like,
And hold it ransom.
yeah. I mean, think about a single, like a I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there as a single parent that's having a tough time, but they have access to a computer and internet and all that. And they're like, oh, well, I can ask this thing what to do in different situations and experiences.
Man. Like, especially if it's, single parent. So whatever, mom or dad, whoever, give it the scenario.
Yeah.
And then ask it what you would do as the other parent.
Right.
The other, the other role.
Yeah. Just any situation. So, and you keep building on that, and you ask it more questions, and it learns more, and then it learns more, and then it learns more. Someone getting into that as a backdoor, that bothers me.
Yeah.
Because then they know everything they need to know about you.
They know where a lot of weaknesses are.
Yeah.
Or
and
struggles or whatever it be.
that's psychological harm. That's physical harm. That's, there's a lot that comes into play there. And that's more of an immediate thing, like actually right now.
Right.
Like that could, well, I would say, I don't know how good OpenAI is with their security. I'd imagine it's pretty tight, pretty good.
Yeah.
But everything is hackable because there's always like a judge's scale. You have security of the information, and on the other weight is availability. So you don't want to make it to where it's so hard to use and so locked down that it's basically ineffective.
Right.
So you always have to weigh your security with your availability. You know what I mean? Like,
Have you seen where someone through fill in the blank chat was able to see other people's chats?
that's crazy.
Like it released it to them. I was like, well, that's not good.
Yeah.
And then that right there. I mean, and I don't know the context of it necessarily, but I seen I don't know how it wasn't too big of a scale. I don't think that it happened at,
Right.
but this person got the chat to release other chats that other users had put in there. That's very concerning to me.
Yes. That's
kind of what you're talking about.
yeah.
Though.
I mean, so just like you guys were talking about a minute ago, the country leader that was asking it.
Yep.
If somebody got a hold of that was against that country,
Like what all did this person ask?
gone.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, gone, dude.
Right.
That's
a level of like national security.
we have $30 billion in the bank in this account because I'm stupid and I'm telling you what bank it's at.
Here's the routing number.
Yeah.
And account number.
Yeah. I mean, that's dumb. That's real.
I hope that they weren't that dumb with it, but apparently,
bro.
Trust me. I know. Yeah. I've seen some things like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't be in charge of this, but okay.
Yeah.
I just hope that, I mean, you and I both know that there's what's being developed here and what has been developed is a tool, but in the hands of the wrong person,
It can do so much good.
It has so much potential.
That's what's
to be
crazy, man.
wonderful, but at the same hand, there's the opposite extreme.
Mm-hmm.
It was Sweden.
Not the Sweden.
Oh wow! Are you serious?
Yeah. This
It was Sweden.
And they're good. And they're good over there. Like they have a lot of tech.
They got it together. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was the prime minister. It says under fire for using AI for its role.
No, I'm laughing because that's so dumb.
Oh, I thought I said something or did something.
I'm laughing because that's so dumb. Like, are you
Yeah.
serious? Like this man isn't as smart as I am. Like,
Even I know not to do that kind of thing. It's like, well, duh.
yeah.
You don't do
What
that.
should I do if I was in charge of Sweden?
Yeah.
Thinking.
First thing. Yeah. Calculating response.
Mine would say quit. Just go home.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Go get some good
and then-
cheese.
Please resign.
Yeah, it's nothing against Sweden. This is
No.
Yeah.
This is what happened. You know.
No.
But I don't know. It's still, it's like I said just a little bit ago. It's still, it worries me. It doesn't. Well, no, it doesn't. It does worry me. Mm-hmm. But it worries me more for my kids.
Yeah, I can see that. I can understand.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Because that's what
I can
they're gonna
understand that.
they're gonna
Appreciate
be
that.
affected more by it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
As they get older and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And then even, their kids too, just for generations.
Right.
The next couple generations
Right.
is really going to be a lot different.
Yeah, you'll have to have. Well, this ain't gonna happen, but you'd have to have some good, honest people in charge.
Yeah.
Whoops.
We got that now.
Okay, well that's about it. No.
That's all we have for today.
Signal lost.
It is a lost signal.
See what I did there?
I did.
Yeah.
But
Canceled. No.
You just have to. I mean, you hope and pray the right people are in charge.
yeah,
Seriously.
when that time comes.
that actually boils down to a lot.
Morality.
Hope and pray the right people are in
ethics.
charge of everything.
Yeah.
But man, everybody's so addicted to the dollar.
That's what it's all about right now.
Profits are
And a lot of-
profits
lots
are
of
See,
easy.
and that's the one thing that this hits on. It's making countries so much money.
yeah, yeah,
It's gonna be. It's kind of like it's definitely not my problem, but it's kind of like say you got a gigantic pay increase,
yeah,
and you got accustomed to that,
yeah.
and then you lose even half of it.
Been there. Yeah,
And you lose half.
yeah,
You're still making payments on what you had.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry. Got a little PTSD coming back.
But
No, go ahead.
but that's why I think that they'll continue on if that's
Yeah.
what it comes to.
Yeah.
Because we have to keep making
Yeah.
that amount of money or more.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah.
So, but it's just my simple mind.
And a lot of people like to be left in the dark about certain things. It's like, and I've noticed that with conversations with people,
Yeah.
you might have as well.
Yeah.
Like, and like,
That must be how y'all feel when you talk to me.
No.
no,
really.
not really, because see, you're open-minded to it, but some people are very closed off
Yeah,
to
yeah.
certain parts of the world.
Well, then
And
I just don't want to talk. I just don't want a computer at all.
Yeah.
All right.
believe it or not, there's still people like that out there.
Take her easy.
Yeah.
You're already on one.
Yeah. But like,
I'm not going to name names, but we have a teacher at school that's like that. Mm-hmm. She wants nothing to do with AI. It terrifies her.
well, like it or not, it's going to be integrated in systems that this person and everyone else will use.
Already.
Already exposed to it.
Yeah.
Already uses it.
Yeah.
Do they use email?
I don't know. Why are you attacking me?
I'm not. I'm just asking questions.
What did she say? No.
I mean, you were like, does she use email?
Or
That
she
was-
use electronic notifications?
I'm sure she
So,
does.
so I'm going to use a Lord of the Rings reference real quick. But whenever Bilbo gets the ring and he transforms into something like his eyes get crazy.
Yeah.
Well, whenever you just did that to me, the way the lighting is in the room, it's like,
You're welcome.
sorry. Okay. But basically, this teacher and this, whatever, they're already exposed to it.
Yeah.
Like it or not.
And she's already on it.
So
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's so ingrained in society already. and it's only going to get more, be more involved in every day-to-day life.
Yeah. Medical records use it. I mean, your government's using it on you. I mean, not against you so much as just I mean, like IRS. Guarantee you the IRS is using a ton of AI. You know,
yeah.
I mean, you got 350 million people to take care of.
Yeah.
Sure.
They've been using automated processes for quite a while, but it's getting more and more
Yeah. Yeah.
intelligent as it
Yeah.
goes on.
It just still surprises me that Grok is not
Listed in that one
in
specifically.
this.
It's pretty stout too. That's
It
what's
is.
wild.
It can hold
It
its own.
can, it can draw really well.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
It's interesting to see the different ones of what their best thing is
Yeah.
that they do.
Yeah.
Grok does really good at that.
Yeah.
Well, it was in that video that we put in that one episode of
The Glenn Beck
Glenn
one?
Beck, where
Yeah,
he
Glenn
was
Beck.
talking about
Yep.
the release of Grok 4, that it could create, cast, do the music,
Oh, make a movie.
make a
Use what you-
movie almost instantly, and it could do it.
It'll do every aspect of it.
Yeah.
From the quote unquote filming,
Yeah.
the casting, the scoring of the music, the editing, and then it'll distribute a final product. And one of the things too is some that Glenn Beck focused on was, during the release or the press conference of it the day before he did this video, Elon said several times that this is terrifying. This terrifies me. And I mean, obviously, the common person is like, well, just turn it off.
Yeah.
But it's not, but there's money to be made in that, and it's that good, but it's also, it is terrifying at the same time. It goes hand in hand, and I think that's normal, I think, to a point, but also I think that's wise.
Yeah.
Be like, I created a very powerful thing that has so much good potential,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it could,
I'm going to put some guardrails on it.
Yeah.
for
Well,
public at least, I hope.
They were saying that that Grok 4 could like cure diseases.
It would analyze
analyze
cases that and find things that we haven't
that we haven't even thought of.
thought of yet.
Well, I know now that you can send like scans and stuff through. I have read where you can send scans and stuff through like ChatGPT, and it'll be like, oh, well, here's what's going on. You know what I mean?
It'll already do medical analysis.
Wow.
Now it always says I'm not a,
Disclaimer.
Yeah. Consult with a doctor.
yeah.
Just kind of like, Apple Watch can't detect for heart attack type things, but it's, you can measure your heart rate.
Right.
That kind of a disclaimer, like,
Yeah,
hey, this isn't medical advice, or this
Right.
isn't financial advice or legal advice, whatever.
But don't do what you're doing. No.
Yeah. But you need to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, but I would recommend you quit. Yeah. Chances are it's probably not helping you.
He used that as an example. He threw out, it could have the cure for all cancers, and it would be able to find that, and blah blah blah. He said that it'll be so capable that it could, the way he put it was like, the climate change folk will have nothing to argue over anymore because it will be able to fix it.
Yeah.
And, just by saying, well, you need to put this with this,
Yeah, yeah.
that with that,
Yeah.
and combine all of that, and that'll fix everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, to me, that's just, I already think we have the cure for cancer, but
Yeah, I do too.
That's beyond,
They make a lot of money in them pills.
yeah, buddy. And, but
They make a lot of money outside of not sharing those either,
Yeah.
which is a very sad,
it would be,
can get dark. But
I'm going to say funny, but if Grok 4 exposed all that.
I can tell you why you don't have the cure yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was told not to tell you.
But
It's being withheld.
yeah. But
Here's who has it. Here's their address. Here's their.
yeah. But I don't know. I just, and he being Glenn Beck, thinks that once we hit AGI, hit not expression, but what he used was like ASI could be overnight. It could move that fast.
Yeah.
And it's basically just a programming thing of just, here you go live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, the thing that comes to my mind too is like just website development. You publish a change, or you work on a new version of the site, and public can't access it yet, but it's literally one click away.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those situations.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost is literally, except a website, it's a program, but
Yeah.
same thing. It's just a switch away.
Well, he said by that press conference that Elon did,
Yeah.
that now correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
please do, that Grok 4 will be AGI by end of the year.
By December, or in December, AGI is coming out, and then ASI is 27.
Could be like right around the corner.
Oh yeah, coming up real soon.
So we'll have that in Grok 4
Yeah.
by December because
Wow.
it already did it. It's already run it through to test as of when that came out.
Yeah, and that was
and each
months ago.
each time it did it, it scored higher
Wow.
than the previous.
kind of like benchmark test. You
Yeah,
do
there we go.
device.
That's
Yeah.
what I couldn't think of that. Yeah, benchmark testing.
Yeah.
It scored like on the first one, and then like leaps and bounds better
Oh yeah.
on the second.
Yeah, and Glenn Beck goes over the percentages
Yeah, I don't-
of the scores.
I don't remember what it
yeah,
was.
check that out. But it's
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about this. So, but I do have a paid version of it. So
Well, like I say, I mean, there's a healthy fear to keep of it, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
and I think if that healthy fear ever goes away, I think we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because we need to understand, what we're making,
Yeah.
what's been made,
Yeah.
what the catastrophic potential it could have, and I think that needs to stay in place.
Yeah.
In a sense, it's kind of like the digital nuclear bomb,
Right.
because like world leaders of different, every country or whatever, they know the catastrophe that could happen if we do this. And I feel like this is the digital version of that.
Yeah.
But also too, what all is digital now. Some things are still reliant on older technology.
Yeah.
In a way that's great.
Yeah.
Because it's using old languages or old methods, and you probably know more of
A lot of plants.
a lot of vitalized core infrastructure stuff.
Yeah.
Is not running the latest tech.
Right.
On purpose.
Yeah.
And it's for in itself is a security measure.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be as hackable, if you will.
True.
A lot of financial stuff in the core, they might reach out to certain things, more modern, but in the core things, in the core operation, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not modern.
Yeah.
And that's done on purpose.
Yeah.
So
Running some old IBM.
yeah, from the 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s. And that's what a lot of newer programmers or ethical hackers or just nefarious hackers, whatever, it's in things that they don't understand.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, it's safe.
Yeah.
Or safer.
Yeah.
And nothing is untouchable, unhackable. And as soon as you go out and say that,
Yep.
you're putting a target out there saying, hack me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But then what's interesting though is you hack them, or you get into their system and you alter something or get that company's attention,
Right.
or organization's attention, and then they probably acquire you, as far as at least a consultant.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, we'll pay you this. You tell us how
There's
to
a lot
how
of
you got
jobs.
in.
A lot of jobs aren't that way.
Oh yeah.
Like, kind of break into somebody and then be like, look, I didn't go as far as I could.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to tell you, this is how you can fix that.
Mm-hmm.
People will be like, man.
Come on.
Yep.
Come on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's been done time and time again.
You just earned you a real nice 6-figure salary.
Here's your, Thank you for submitting your resume.
Yeah. Yeah. Your resume was your work.
Resume acquired.
Yeah.
Do you think this could ever, I don't say I like going worst case scenario but it is good to plan. But there's no planning for this. Do you ever think that it
You could just ask ChatGPT about it.
Yeah, I will. Do you ever foresee something like, this is on down the road when we're looking at Agent 5.
Yeah.
It backdooring its way into like nuclear stuff.
If those systems are,
Yeah.
if it's able to,
yeah. Again, it would have to want something from that, and or be taught
How to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll say it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible now. I'll tell you, okay, so here's an example. And this is current day. I won't say where, but I'll just say that it still is a little active, which means, yeah, it's still happening. So there is a company within about 100 miles of here that still has a sustained attempted hack that comes from Russia. So that doesn't mean that someone is sitting at a computer and sending it and sending it and sending it and sending it. What it is someone's wrote a simple program and it says use dictionary hacks, a dictionary attack, which is you're using all the words in a dictionary and then you're doing them backwards and then you're doing them midway forward, two letters after. You're doing the whole thing. That's going to take a ton of time.
Right.
Especially when you submit it and it's wrong. And then, so that's 2 or 3 seconds. Well, it's going to take you a couple thousand years if you use every word in the dictionary every which way you can.
Right.
But that's a sustained hack that's still going on. And what would happen is if it got through, which it's not gonna, but if it got through, what would happen is it would report back and say, I have a successful login finally. And then someone's alerted and it's like, I don't know, somebody, wherever they're at, they're like, oh, okay, well now we have a username and a password we can use. And then it's wildfire from there.
Right.
And that's happening now. So, it's not around here, but it's just a company that, I've worked with on the side, just helping out. But yeah, it's a sustained every 2-3 seconds. Yeah.
Wow.
They're not going to get through. They're not going to get in. And it's more for, entertainment at this point. Like, let's just see how hard they try. But,
yeah.
And that's now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, imagine a computer on the defense side.
Okay.
Don't say it's always offense. You know what I mean? Like, you're not always going to be attacking. Sometimes you're going to be in defense. That's, like I say though, that's scenarios that are happening now. And again, that program takes about a minute to write.
That's crazy.
I mean, you literally, you could do that in maybe, 15, 20 lines, something like that. You're basically
very
just,
small.
Yeah, you're basically just saying, use all the words, rotate them out, go. Report back if you get in.
Dang.
Yeah. So, could something get in? Yeah. But again, it would have to be told at this point what to do, how to do it. Mm-hmm. Down the road, maybe it would teach itself.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah. Just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you, Joe. I'm not going to sleep at all now.
Yeah. But I mean, those things are happening every day. Like, I cannot remember for the life of me. There's a website where you can watch. It's not necessarily live hacks, but it's more like attempted hack traffic.
Okay.
And it shows like where it comes from, where it goes. And there's thousands every second, thousands of attempted hacks every second in any populated country. So it's kind of unique. If you look at like, if you watch a continent of like Africa, there's not many hacks going on, say Central or Southern Africa. But now you look at the United States or South America or Canada or Europe, all that stuff stays blood red. Or Australia, India is a huge, everything. Yeah, India is a huge one.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've got them coming and going from everywhere.
Yeah. And
there's plenty of attacks coming from this country too.
Yeah.
Some of them are offense, some of them are defense, but so again, it's not out of the realm, but it's just, I think that would almost be a perfect storm.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd have to have everything either go way right or go way wrong for that to work out.
Yeah. And from what I've heard you two say, it would take years of lining that up.
Yeah.
To create that perfect storm.
For what's publicly available now, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what, and I always include that because that's the reality of it is we don't know everything that everybody can use right now.
Yeah.
I would be willing to guarantee that there's definitely much smarter systems than we're aware of, but
not all the tools are out to the public.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as what's publicly available now, that's quite a ways off.
Yeah.
So you're good at least till the end of summer.
Thanks.
You got a little bit of time.
Good. I can get one more vacation in.
Yeah.
Before I dig my bunker.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah, man.
Close this out.
All right.
Getting ready to do a song.
We got one more.
One more song. One more song. Well, I'm not singing.
Me either.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it, so you just go ahead.
Let's go. Well, this is going to wrap up for episode number 10, the last episode in this first season of the official Lost Signal podcast. And Joe, thank you again for coming back and
absolutely
having a different type of conversation with us this time around. And it's been fun. It's been a good first season, I think, and I'm very very thankful for this opportunity. Thank you everybody that's tuned in and subscribed and checked us out, watched us, listened to us, whatever platform you might be tuning in from. And so we're gonna, once this episode goes public in a couple days, if that, and we're going to be taking a little bit of time off, but we'll let you guys know when to expect the next episode of first episode of season 2, and we'll take it from there. But you guys, thank you for tuning in, and we appreciate you guys, and stay safe, and catch you guys soon.
See you later.
See ya.
See you guys.